Alright then, before the commentary begins, I want to get something straight. This is a complaint I've seen a lot of people use on me when I cover stuff like this. Just because the video's been covered before doesn't mean that I can't cover it and bring something new to the table. I think a good example of this is the commentary previously in the story arc, my Chaos Key commentary. Even from looking at it, you can tell how different it is from Master TP10 and Digitized commentary on the same video. Now, even though there are similarities in this and any future videos I may cover that have already been done before, I can justify it with a single clip from a well-known commentator.
What if they're gonna bring up something new to the conversation? What if they're doing this for newer people in the community? Or just as a guideline for passerbys as a whole? Yeah, there's still a reason that I don't believe in dead topics. Even if you bring nothing new to the table, you're still bringing it to a newer audience who may or may not have seen other things on said supposed dead topic.
And from what I've seen, my audience is very new to the CC. Now, if you're wondering why my avatar is Yuri, it makes about as much sense as their avatars. If you want to skip the skit, skip to this part of the video to get to the actual commentary. So with that out of the way, let's commence. Last time on Ceradust commentaries. Well, I was going to ask you if you wanted to help me test out my time machine, but it runs on commentaries?
Oh, the mic.
Yes, Zinnis, it's Videoception. Now kindly sit back in your seat and shut the fuck up. The Bop Night. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
That gag has been done to death, it's not funny anymore.
Aww. But let's just cut to the chase. Oh crap, she's still charging it!
My anger apparently went too far, I can't stop it!
Pringles. Especially the pizza flavored ones.
Part 1 was uploaded without Part 2 ever being finished.
Hey!
Nobody gives a shit if you can do a smash voice impression, now suck my cock!
Who actually likes using spring marriage?
Now, on Ceradust commentaries. Then, it had been 2 weeks since I had been saved by Bop Knight, and I did a commentary on Chaos Key. Jay became a completely different Bakugan from being a Subterra Rubinoid to a Subterra Dragonoid. My best bet? Product placement. Oh yeah, I'm a Tigreira now. Moving on. We had then met Dr. Gerald Leonidas, who showed us how we can enter the mechs like Bop Knight. Hello there, I am Dr. Gerald Leonidas. What kind of person names their kid Leonidas? What kind of person names their kid Ceradust? Touche. Too fucking shay. We were then discussing a plan of how to take down David the Ranter. I suggest we hit him really, really hard. What are you, a fucking idiot? Yes. Yes, I am. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! It was at that moment when one of David's minions entered the facility and decided to attack it. Very poorly, might I add, but it was still attacking it nonetheless. Oh, for God's sake, turn the alarm off! Thank you! I'll go take care of it. You know what? Fuck it, you're all free to go. Well then, that was quick. Well then, that meeting was pretty long and boring. Well, what did you expect? A fucking opera? If you excuse me, I got a commentary I need to work on. Why? Because there's nothing else to do. To be training, preparing, working out. Oh, come on, that's stuff I don't do either way. He'll just never learn, will he? Screw you, you're not my dad. Alright then, I think it's time for a history lesson. So there's a countdown artist by the name of Meta527 who was a countdown community target for the longest time now. But he then uploaded a video known as Top 10 Biggest Killjoys in Video Games. And then a bunch of people decided to commentate on those, and they all fucked it up. How one fucks up a commentary on meta, I have no idea. But enter Blackish Butler, a guy who did a commentary on the very video I just brought up, and, as you can tell, fucked it up. And considering we're currently in a time period before I found out commentaries were even a thing, and since this video bugs me a lot, I may as well cover it. Oh my god, you're moving so slowly a snail could wrap around the planet before you're done. Speeding up your edits by even a fraction of a second can make this a lot more bearable.
John, what are you doing?
Wait a minute, is that Son of Sparta? You are way too nice for your own good.
Bang my head on a desk.
Why's that?
Because of meta.
Oh god, what did he do this time?
Take a look.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, what exactly is the problem? Look, not everyone is going to immediately know who meta is, and even less gonna know what the problem with the list is. Elaboration, do you speak it?
God.
You're doing this with me.
Hell no I'm not, I'm out of here. Did you just lock me in my room?
Uh-huh.
You're not going to let me out of this, are you?
Uh-uh.
You know, I don't want to be that guy, but fuck it, I'm gonna be that guy. How do you lock someone in their own room? Would you be locked in there with him? Cause if that were the case, they could just undo the lock themselves. Are you doing this over a phone? Cause if so, how do you know to lock the door? Okay, this may be just me looking too deep into things when the curtains are just blue, but honestly, it's been bugging me ever since I first saw the video.
Fine, let's just get on with this.
First, let's have a little history lesson. Meta was brought into this world on May 6, 2010. Or at least that's when his YouTube channel was made. However, I wouldn't be surprised if that was when he was born, too.
Oh, get wrecked!
Yeah, it's totally not like this was a backup channel made for when the original channel was terminated. Hell, your own footage shows this. Yeah, I think I don't have any right to be surprised about mistakes like this anymore.
Anything should tell you just how amazingly awful the video we're covering today is, then it is the fact that after only 2 days of it being up, Meta put the fact that it was a terrible video right in the title. You know, the thing that most people usually do after years.
Oh my god, the guy realized he made a mistake. Somebody please kill me. I don't want to live in this world anymore. But seriously, what's the problem with the guy realizing he made a mistake? If anything, it would be more beneficial if he realized he made a mistake earlier on than a few years, because he'd be able to learn from said mistakes. For example, I disown my third commentary because there is literally nothing positive you can gain from watching it. What I'm trying to say is that there's nothing wrong with realizing you made a mistake.
But we've wasted enough time. It's time to travel into the Devil's Den and see if it's just how bad people are making it out to be. Spoiler, it is.
Let's take a look at Minute 527 Seconds, Top 10 Killjoys.
Anything to say how Meta has actually improved throughout the years, it's the fact that his editing has admittedly gotten better than it was.
Okay, yes, I agree. His editing is pretty good. However, why would you let his entire intro play out just to say that? Correct me if I'm wrong, don't think I am, but would not be able to bring this up, say, oh, I don't know, during perhaps the transitions or the actual entries? Just saying, bringing this up during the actual entries would save you a lot of time and confusion.
Footage is the best. 10 out of 10. You are the greatest.
Yeah, about that. That's French, not German. Learn the French, motherfucker.
In all seriousness, I know that this might be my opinion alone, but I think Meta's transitions are kinda stupid. Sure, they're unique, but that doesn't automatically make them good.
Considering this is the guy who uses the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexo number summoning for his countdowns, yes, I use plural because I do intend on making more of them, just had a lack of interest. I'm going to have to say that it is just you.
I don't like Shadow of the Colossus, and if we find it repetitive, we don't have to like the game.
Why are you bringing up Quarter Guy? He's not in this video, so it's like you're pinning a huge target on him. If this were a collab with him, I question why Adam would choose to do one with you of all people, but it'd be a bit more understandable. But since he's nowhere to be found, there's no point.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way. When I'm going to be commentating on Black Butler Reject and Son of Spartacus, I'm going to be using Yuri. But when I'm going to be commentating on Meta, I'm going to be using Sophia. You understand? Great. The only reason he brought up Quarter Guy was because he and Quarter Guy shared the opinion that they do not like Shadow of the Colossus and found it disappointing. That said, Meta, honey, do I need to get on your case for name dropping? I already do it with Chaos Key and I don't need to do it here, do I?
But wait, why is there a Killjoy on this list from Shadow of the Colossus if I didn't find much entertainment value with this game anyways? Simple. By the time I faced Bassaran, I hadn't lost interest in this game yet. At least not until right after the fight with him.
So, are you saying that you found the fight to be interesting? Because by the way you worded this, that's what you're saying.
Considering this is on a list that's about Killjoys, I feel that it should be obvious that he was referring to it being a disappointing fight that caused him to lose interest in the game. I mean, I'm that psychopathic motherfucker, and even I can understand that.
But I was already bored of the game way before I reached him.
You were bored with the game, why did you keep playing? That makes no sense.
What, is this all I have to work with? Maybe he thought the reason why everyone loved the game was later on in the game, so he kept playing to face that. And when he felt no joy from that, that's when he realized it was a Killjoy. So, yeah, pay attention, guys. It'll really help you.
Unlike in the rest of the game, this boss fight can last about a half an hour, which is way too long for a boss fight.
Don't you just love it when the person speaking suddenly gets quiet out of nowhere? I love it.
You know, for being honest, I didn't even notice the audio spike until I had to pay attention to the video. That is just how minuscule the issue actually is. Meta, I have 3 words for you. RPG. Also, considering that one of the games in your opening is the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 2, which takes an hour long at minimum, you really should be used to movie-long bosses by now. And considering the next entry, he really has no excuse.
Sometimes when you try to switch to Valier form, Wisdom form, or Master form, it turns you into Anti-form instead. Anti-form is a massive killjoy because you can't heal yourself, and both your party members disappear no matter what form you attempted to switch to.
Anti-form seriously isn't that bad. Hell, it's better than your normal form and it still gets the job done.
Well, yes, I'll admit Anti-form does have its positives. However, there are a lot more negatives to it. For example, you take double the damage, and you gain no experience from it. You lose Donald and Goofy. Honestly, there's a lot less you can do.
About it.
We're going to skip number 8 on the Chaos Emerald missions from Sonic Advance 3 because they do suck, but there is one thing to say about it. Why didn't you complain about the red rings from a bunch of 3D Sonic games? Were those not as bad? Explain, Meta!
You know, maybe he dislikes the Chaos Emerald missions more than the red rings because the Chaos Emerald missions are on the list, while the red rings are not. And besides, maybe he doesn't have to complain about them. We all know how bad they are, so it would be kind of going off on a tangent if he did.
The Kelp Forest is utterly atrocious.
Oh my god, this is such a pet peeve of mine. Remove the noise of the video. Keep it consistent. You either have the footage with the noise or the footage with background music. Pick one and stick to it.
Oh my god, why does everyone have to complain about this issue? First Vaughn, now this. It's just inconsistencies on whether or not he uses the background noise. I don't give a shit about this issue. I am well aware people do have this issue with his videos, but here's the thing. I do not have these issues.